Let's try Claude Code with local AI and the online subscription. Let's make a crash test and test some real projects so we see the difference. Okay, we start first with Qwen 3.59 billion to test the new model. It's a lot more capable than Qwen 3, so it's worth a test. We load the model. We must set a long context. A lot of manuals till about 25,000. In my tests, I see that you should select 35,000 as a minimum. Okay, the app that we're gonna create is a simple app. Here we see it's already loaded in LM Studio and it serves. You can see the video how you can install it if you don't have it already. And let's go to the point. The app will just log our expenses, and this is here the description. We're gonna use Python for that and for the back, and for the front we're gonna use Flask. It's easier to create, and we don't need a second front-end interface. If you are familiar with code, you understand the differences. If not, just pick it. It's the easiest solution to create a package with one project, and you don't need something else. We need a database, of course. For the purpose of this test, we select SQLite. It's very capable and runs on a file only, so you don't need MySQL, MariaDB, SQL, or something else running on a separate server. SQLite is very good for small projects, so we pick SQLite and always run in our folder. Okay, let's proceed. Asking some questions, building the project. Make it already a planning. Set the monthly income. We have select some categories that are by default: food, coffee, hardware, rent, and other. We can select if we want to expand the app, a new menu where we can add already categories or delete it. We can view the remaining balance. It should calculate it by itself and list all the expenses. It's already working. It's very fast because it's a small model. It's just for the test. Can a small model do the job? Okay, it's I need to mention here that all this is running on a ADA 2000 with 16 gigabit of RAM. So it's a mid card. Of course, there are a lot of faster, but it's a capable card. Okay, and this drawing very less energy. It maximum draws 17 watts. Okay, the card is working at its maximum. You see the tokens running. And let's see if it can give us a workable app. Or maybe we can fix it if it has some bugs. For this, we're gonna see that we need a lot of power. We need a strong GPU. Not with this model. This model is running ultra fast because it's small. But if we go higher, then we need power. Okay, it's building already. The database and the Flask for the front end. We could make it better and more organized, more planning, extracts, giving more details, uploading it on the Git, but maybe you will lose the interest if you're doing this for the first time. This is the right way to do if you do a project. You go exactly to more detail with the Claude, with the MD file, and upload it to the Git and make some more steps. But to get straight to the point and make these tests, we go with the fastest ways. So it's more interesting for new users too. And then you should expand your knowledge and make it right and better. Okay, it's writing the code. It tells us that he wrote already 130 lines for the app PI file. It's working like crazy. The temperatures are going up. We are here in the GPU. Okay, but it's nothing. It's very easy for this GPU to run the 9 billion model. Okay, it's building the app already here. This model is not specialized for code. There are models that are more fine-tuned for coding, and that are the models that are the best solution. It's continuing to build. Okay. Thinking mode. Okay, we can. This I saw that in the 9 billion model, it always freezes it, and I was asking it all done or okay, so it kept going. It's one problem that I saw with this model, and I wanted to try more models for these tasks, but it was throwing too much errors with Studio. This was because they had compatibility issues with the Anthropic uh, connection from Cloud Code. So maybe we're gonna try this in the next tutorial with OpenCode or the other solution. I tried to fix them. I fixed them. I fixed some in the start, but it always was coming back to me, and it worked some time, and then error, and again it started from the start to calculating, and this is too much loss of time. You want it to work 100%, so you can start the project. You can here, if you get a little experience, trust more Claude Code and tell him, I agree, make all the steps. You can leave your computer, you can make something else. It will go work on the background and it will complete all the task. And that's the point. If you get errors and it starts again, you will lose too much time, and too much time if you run it local, where you don't have all the speed needed. Here is writing all the template, the HTML. This is what we're gonna see in the front. It's good if you have basic knowledge of coding, it helps. But if you don't, it's very nice to try it too. Okay, we're gonna speed the progress a little. So we get strong, we get fast to the end. It's already done here. We got here the structure. We must install the requirements and start the app. We can do this manually, or can ask Claude Code to do this. This is here what the little model has done. Nothing works. You have a nice interface, and you can set the income. You can add new expenses, but if you push the button, it don't react. I tried to fix this. It already stuck. I couldn't fix this so much I tried. So the little model was not capable enough to do something a little more complex. Here we start with Claude Code, one of the most used models for local AI. The 30 billion, it's getting now more interesting. It's a model that is used by a lot of folks for coding. The model is load. We see the same. We set the same length, 35,000. And let's hope we are more lucky with that model. It's in the version 3. The Qwen has evolved a lot with 3.5. We don't have a 3.5 code model. This model is a lot it's a time ago that it's published, so it would be great to see Qwen code with a new 3.5 improvement. Of course, I tried the 3.5 27 billion model, but I got all the time errors from the API compatibility issues from Anthropic. So it's sure worth trying it with another tool, or maybe with Olama command line, or Lemonade, or other user interface. We're gonna do it in one of the next tutorials, maybe. Okay, it's working. We see here it's a lot slower. It's processing the prompt. It needs time. Not so fast like with a 9 billion model, but it's organizing a lot with the thinking mode. It's writing down exactly a plan how it should create the app. A very detailed plan with all the steps, the database, what files it needs, everything. Okay, these are the steps that the model needs to do. Processing is okay. Now it's getting the tokens. If you pick a GPU, you should see both the processing speed. This is one point that most don't see, but it's important so you get fast the result. And the second one is the token per second that a GPU can create. If you have a strong GPU, or some guys have more connected one to each other, then you have a very capable machine and can make some serious stuff and coding, image generation, or whatever you need, because you have a lot more power available. Here our little ADA is trying very hard to do the job. The model needs a lot of RAM, it's quantization, but it needs a little more RAM than it's available, so it slows a little the process down. Okay, let's keep working on it. So it's working more than 1 hour, so we're gonna skip to the end because it takes a lot of time. There are stronger models like the Qwen code with more parameters, but they need more power, and they go more toward the detail, and they are more usable for bigger projects. And of course, there are newer models that are worth to try, because, like we said, Qwen code is a very tested, very known model for this kind of jobs, but it has its ages. Okay, it's on the end. It took more than 1 hour and 45 and 50 minutes. I mean, 1 hour and 50 minutes to complete the task. And that includes 2 fixes. It had 2 errors that must be fixed. This takes time again too, because it reads the project again, and it must send a lot of files. These files must be processed by our local AI. So if a model has a lot of errors, it delays us a lot more. And more capable models make less errors, and a lot of them can find the error alone in the testing and fix it, so you don't need to check by yourself. The good news is that the models are improving, and in every version we see them slower and more capable. No algorithms like that from Google makes them using less RAM. So we're going to see a lot of them next month. Here we see the application that Qwen Code created for us. We can pick the month. It has already a calendar to use it. We can add the amount, add income, month, hardware, like the expenses here. We can set the amount, add the expense, and all is listed down. I got 2 bugs that I fixed. It fixed them without any problem, and the time I asked it from Claude Code to fix them. Okay, here we see the total income, total expenses. It's not 100% because he sees the total income from all months, total expenses. So we must keep question him if we're gonna make this 100% work and to have it usable. So we can pick for any month and make it more detailed. And then the expenses, you don't edit a date or something else. It just throws expenses that we have and the amount. And now let's gonna see the King Claude Code with Sonnet and make the same test and the same task that we had for the other local AIs. It's firing it up. It sees the instructions. Okay, it's thinking for some seconds, and it's already writing code for the app PI file. Here's the code. Okay, it's asking. We're gonna write yes, so it can proceed. It's moving very, very fast here. The Anthropic models are very capable. We was waiting for the new Mythos, but they say it's gonna be delayed because it was too capable and get out from their own labs after they asked for it. Interesting news. Anthropic has very good models. It's writing the index already. 213 lines, so smooth and so fast. A lot of power here. The code here. Flask. All is working very, very smooth here. The last to execute Python. We got an error here. We can execute it by command. It says only do with the rights to execute Python. Maybe it was another Python running. Okay. And we are going to the end. Only 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Amazing. That's the difference if you had so strong cloud. Yeah, and here are our results. It worked with the first time. No bugs, nothing. You don't need to fix something. It added from alone some things that he thought that they are usable. Very nice design. We see here the income, the spend. It automatically picked the month, they organized the month. It added a delete button by itself. We don't ask it. So we can delete an expense. And it added an optional field for notes. So you can add something there as a note. Okay, hardware. A new GPU, a more powerful one. And okay, it's adding all, adding the date, the amount, everything works perfect with the first one. So okay, it's done. Is it locally usable? Yes, if you have power. And for small projects, if you are out of tokens, you can do it. If you have a lot of more power, yes, it's usable. I've seen it working with 2 GPUs, with a bigger model of Qwen, and there I got much more better results. So if you want, try Cloud Code. It's to have a GPU, it's very good for a start. Or if you have a strong GPU or more of them, then it's definitely worth it. Else, it's only advisable for small projects because it will need a lot of time, like you saw. This project was almost 2 hours for Qwen code, and it was finished in 2.5 minutes with a cloud subscription. The next we're gonna see the next videos is we can use other like GLM, other AI models that are cheaper, and connect them to Cloud Code. I'm doing this a lot, so you have almost the same power and very good results at a fractal of the cost that it will that you would pay with if you go with Anthropic. So there are a lot of other solutions, and of course you must try better models because Qwen code is old. It's more than a year that it came out. So we definitely give it most tries with the GLM Flash. I wanted to see it locally running. I tried not, but it always fails. We're gonna make it run, and this model is a lot of more capable than Qwen Code 3. It's fast, so it's getting there a lot more interesting. But don't get disappointed with the power of local AI, because it depends a lot in what a GPU you use. We see on this example, so you can compare it with yours, with the ADA 2000. This is what we get in 30 tokens per second, but if we increase the batch size, we get more. For this purpose, we will use it for. This was the auto setting of LM Studio. We always can tweak a little with LM Studio or the command line a little bit more. And if we increase, of course, the context, we need more RAM. If we stay in the limits of the RAM that we have available, we get a more speed. Don't need to offload. We see exactly in the graphic there the memory allocation, what how the memory is used. I will copy you the link. This is very useful, so you can compare. And we see here if we get here 90 tokens per second in this. If we upgrade our GPU and we go to other consumer solution like the 5060 Ti for Nvidia that supports CUDA too. Okay, that one. Here we see the massive increase. We already get the double, so the experience is much more worth it. And think about if we have two of them, or if we can go to something higher, like the 5017 Ti. Here we get 220 tokens, and with this combined with the models evolving, we're gonna see a lot more. Stay tuned. We're gonna continue with the tests.